Hey everybody. This is Horror Flick Chicks back again for another episode of the Horror Flick Chicks podcast. And we are here going over all the episodes of the newest season of Only Murders in the Building. Today we're going to be talking about season 5, episode 5, called Tongue Tied. Um I love the way they tie the titles of the episodes to the actual
I,
episode.
I know.
It seems strange when you just read the title, but then as the episode goes on, it's like, oh, that
Mhm.
makes
I,
sense
I get it.
why they use it. I get it, right?
Is it split tongue? Is it
Fork tongue.
what is it?
He said a bunch of stuff. Crazy, crazy Oliver. Anyway, so
I mean, he does have a point.
yeah, but
Yeah,
we don't know where it's
Are
but
we
we
going.
don't
gonna find
know.
a tongue somewhere? I don't know. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I didn't even think about that, but that's
I
actually
was thinking that whoever this is, they had their tongue cut out at some point.
Wasn't thinking about that at all.
I wasn't thinking about that either. But that's
I
not a bad
was. There's missing fingers.
yeah,
It only makes sense that there'd be a missing tongue.
there's not a bad guess considering we are talking about the mob. It could be something like that.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Somebody talk too much.
Yep.
Anyway, so we start this off, and our trio brought back Detective Williams. She's back,
Yeah.
and
Yay.
they bring her back to look at the gambling parlor because obviously they realized a bunch of stuff has been going on there, and they noticed a bunch, like some of the tables were like cracked and there was blood in places. So obviously stuff happened here. They're trying to figure things out. They brought her there to like help them kind of investigate to see what was going on, and they noticed that everything has been like repaired and cleaned up. And even she's looking around and says like this place is impeccable. Like they did, like whatever was here, like whoever cleaned it did a good job because you can't, you know, doesn't look like anything is
Yeah.
going, happen here, never. Um, so what she suggests is that because they kind of fill her in briefly on these rich people. Well, there's rich people in the building, but also these rich people that frequent the gambling parlor.
Hmm.
Um, that they're like kind of their suspects and things like that. It's like, well, if you want to know more about rich people, you don't talk to them, you talk to the help because they're the ones that know, and it's so true, so
Yeah.
true, especially
Very
in a
true.
building like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You talk to the cleaning lady, everybody, the doorman, all these everybody knows. All those people know the private lives of these tenants.
10. Yeah.
And they talk to each other. So
Yes, they see everything. They see everything that
chin
the
chat
rich
all
people
over.
don't think that they do because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
in everything.
Yeah.
So she's absolutely right. So from there, they start they continue their investigation. Mabel and Oliver go down to like the basement area to try and talk to like housekeeping because they figured somebody must have been coming down here cleaning for them, helping
Right.
them cover
Yeah.
things up or cleaning.
Makes
So they go
sense.
to the help. They go to the cleaning, I guess she's like the head cleaning person
Yeah.
in the building. And
Ursula. Isn't that her name?
Ursula.
Yes.
And
It just cracks me up for some reason. Anybody who's named Ursula after like
like a
Little
Little Mermaid.
Mermaid. Yeah.
Um, so you can tell right off the bat that she is not happy to see them, and she's upset about the way things are going in the building, and basically saying that when they started their whole podcast stuff was like the downfall, the
Yeah.
beginning of the downfall for the building. Like you're
Yeah.
ruining the building, and so she wasn't very eager to like help them or answer questions or whatever. Next
Yeah.
they go to the guy that does the garbage. I guess he's a porter or whatever. I don't know, but they go thinking they're gonna see one person, and they find out there's somebody else who they think is brand new, but he's like, I've been here 3 years.
Yeah.
He like didn't notice me yet.
Oliver's
Yeah, he's he's a riot. He's too
he's
much.
kind of like ditzy. he's smart, but he's ditzy,
Yeah.
He
you know?
he
Him
kind
and
of
Charles are
reminded
ditzy.
me of he kind of reminded me. He was a little bit scary coming. He came off a little bit scary, and he seemed a lot like Groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, something is really dark and weird about this.
But he also said, um, he was also saying about like I know about because they said I'm Oliver, whatever. I said yes, I know, and you're Mabel. It's like I know,
Yeah,
like basically I know
they
all
know.
about you.
They know
Know a
everybody.
lot about people with from their garbage.
Yeah.
And asking, he asked Oliver, um, why didn't you? He said, why didn't you take that offer? And said it was such a nice offer over market value too. And like, what's going on? So apparently Oliver got an offer for his apartment to buy his apartment, like a really good
Hmm.
offer, and he threw it out. He didn't take it, and this is news to Mabel. And she was a
Can I
little,
just say Oliver needs to get a shredder? Because how do you,
well, yeah. I mean,
Oliver, come on. In New York City, you do not throw your garbage like that. I mean, if you're going to, you at least shred it up and you put it in with the litter from your cat's litter.
oh well, if you have a
That's what
cat,
I do.
that will work if you have a cat. I guess, but um.
Well, Charles has been followed by cats, so they can.
Yeah.
That's true. He's being
Well,
followed by cats. That's right.
and
That's
I
right.
mean, this guy is like the ticket, right? Because like there's a lot of clues in the trash, especially the
Oh
trash
yeah.
the day it happened, right?
Yeah. And you
And
guys, and if we didn't notice, so the Trash Kai Miller is played by David Patrick Kelly.
yeah.
Very famous character actor. He's been in a ton of movies for decades. He was in
Oh,
Warriors back in the day. Come out
Come
and
out and play.
play.
yeah, he was in that. He was in Commando. He was in that recent film BFW. He's been in
Yeah,
a
he was in
I
he's
I
been
love it when we
ton of
see an
stuff. So
older actor
it was
come
kind of
in a
out.
bunch of
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for a second I was hoping like in the trash there was some bottles that he clung to that he went like this together with.
Oh,
That would
they
have
should
been
you see you should have been a writer for the show. That would have been great.
that would have been
That would
I
have
cool.
don't know how many
they missed that
if there's younger
opportunity.
people watching that would have caught that reference, but I would have been like,
Oh no.
I know.
Oh no. All old school New Yorkers would know.
yeah,
That would have been a really cute
that would be,
Well,
yeah,
he may be in other episodes, and it's possible
that's
yeah,
it
true.
happened. Doesn't mean this is the last
let's
time we're
see,
seeing him.
Sandra. Let's see if
That's
they're as
true.
smart as you.
There's only episode 5, so
Yeah.
we have definitely have a few more episodes. It still can happen.
Uh-huh.
It can still happen.
But they
So
didn't. They missed their opportunity
I
and
know, yeah.
I
I
know.
know.
It's true.
So something that we didn't talk about in the past episodes, that there's been something going on with Charles. He's kind of been depressed and it seems like something's going on with him. I was kind of under the impression that maybe he was sick or he has some illness or something because
No,
I
it's
think I think it was last season, last episode where he was on the phone with his doctor or with the doctor's office, whatever, saying he needs a refill on this trial thing. So I was kind of thinking, oh, is it like a trial drug for some illness he might have? Like I wasn't,
I'm with you. I was actually worried that it could have been like cancer or something.
yeah,
And
I
I was
wasn't
like,
sure
oh my
what,
God,
but
they are not going to do this to us. Like,
yeah,
that's a
I
super
didn't even
serious.
think I didn't even think that anything like that. I knew for the last few episodes from the end of last season really that he's been kind of depressed because Oliver got married and
oh
now he
yeah,
doesn't really have his buddy like he used to have anymore and he feels like
Right.
he's by himself now and he's lonely. So he's been feeling the loneliness I think hard
yeah.
since then.
They kept showing that a little bit in the first few episodes, but
Hmm.
specifically the last one where he was on the phone with the doctor's office, I was like, oh, like something's wrong with him. Like I was hoping it was nothing like really like bad. And but anyway, we find out in this episode, it turns out that he's taking testosterone. That his doctor asked him to be in this this drug trial for his testosterone for men his age or people men his age, and he's like that's why he was getting a little flirty with
Sophia.
with what's the
Sophia
Sophia
Cachamilio.
Cachamilio. Yeah, I was gonna say Cachamilio. That's why he was kind of getting because he's like his testosterone is
Yeah,
like ramping up,
bubbling up.
and it seems like every episode it's been like a little more. And today was like he was like all over the place.
Dude,
He was
thank
all
God they made that funny. Because I was like,
really
do
funny.
not tell me this is gonna be a sad side story.
Yeah, no, I'm happy.
But
I'm happy.
hilarious. It's
Well, that
so funny and it's totally like so he's doing all the things that someone on testosterone would be doing, feeling very like
fris
sexualized,
frisky.
frisky,
Yeah.
needing to like lift weights and stuff.
Yeah, get rid
I
of the
love
pent up
that
energy.
scene where he was like lifting the like some
It's
sort of
like a
statue.
sculpture or
Yeah, it
something.
was a sculpture, and Oliver goes, "Put the phallic looking thing down."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then this all seems to disgust Mabel because, of
I
course,
yeah.
yeah. It's like these two old men friends of hers.
well,
She doesn't want to know.
they all seem to be kind of battling these inner things, right? We have Charles with doing the testosterone to kind of, I guess it seems like he's trying to fill something that he's missing.
Yeah.
Um, Oliver, obviously, we found out today that he's contemplating leaving the building, and possibly maybe he was thinking about having a change or whatever. And then Mabel's old friend came to the building too, and they brought up all these old memories and like insecurities and things in her too. So there's a lot of internal uh turmoil and drama going on with all the characters in the middle of them investigating this murder of Lester. So I'm sure some of those things will come up again, and hopefully by the end of the episode they'll resolve, I guess, for the
Yeah.
most part.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see.
Um, so let's see. So they went to talk to the help, and they were finding out they weren't getting any answers, any help from them. So they go into their like locker room area,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they said, well, Mabel said they're not going to help us. We need to find a key to the trash room to like look for
Dig
clues
through the
ourselves.
trash and see if we can find something
Yeah.
out.
And then they notice there's like a desk there, and they notice that somebody scratched in the desk Putnam,
Putnam sucks.
right? Oliver saw that. And then they see something else under these papers, and it says "Die, Lester, die." It's like, oh, this
I
could
like
be,
how everyone in the building has this distaste for Oliver. Like everyone
you
has the same
know,
impression of him.
well, because he treats everybody the same
No,
way.
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying it's consistent. So it's kind of funny
yeah,
that,
And
everybody
he's
that you see
a
and talk
narcissist.
to, yeah,
He's
has the same
a
the same
narcissist,
idea
though.
of him. It's
He's a
funny.
funny narcissist, but he's a
yeah.
narcissist. We all know
I
that.
wonder who wrote Putnam Sucks because we don't know who's
I
that.
know
It could have been
we didn't
Lester.
know that, right? But once they see the Die, Lester, die, Randall, the doorman, and the maid
Ursula.
Ursula, and then Miller, the garbage guy, and there's some other people. It's like you're not, and Randall's
You're
like
not
they're all
supposed to
at the
be
door,
here.
and Randall's like you guys are not supposed to be in here, and they got caught, whatever. They come in.
I saw that scene. I was like,
Yeah, I know, me
oh,
too,
what's
me
gonna
too.
happen now?
They see, oh, they saw Dallas die, and Randall says, yes, that was me, but it's not what you think. It's not that wasn't for the human Lester. That was for the robot Lester. And they
Hmm.
all and the super was there, the building that we didn't know him before, but the super was in the building, and they basically said, at like first is me, and then it's gonna be everybody else. So we're all gonna be replaced, like and they kind of um trying to set up like a revolt or something. Like we can't let this happen, and
Yeah.
so Oliver thinks the best thing to do is try to help them do it to get them on their side so then they can help so they can help them like get clues or whatever. So they organize this whole like a tenants meeting to discuss this whole thing. It
Or
doesn't go
as Oliver called it, my meeting. Welcome to my meeting.
yeah. Um classic Oliver. Obviously it didn't go well. Nothing really happened. The help was saying that, they don't want Lester there, Lester the robot there, and a few of the tenants were saying that they prefer it because once somebody said that I don't have to make small talk with a person, and like they just do the job better, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand how this happened and nobody saw it. But Lester was right in front of like everybody, like right in the front area. And after the meeting was kind of ending and they all kind of huddled together and they were kind of going back and forth a little bit, we saw Miller kind of go behind the robot. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but a few seconds later, you turn around, Howard was like, "Where's Lester?" And he wasn't there. And somebody just took him. Nobody saw
Nobody
him.
saw it.
Can I just say Howard has a very not traditional relationship with
Oh my God.
a
He called
door
Lester
person.
his short king.
His short king. And he was like, babe, babe.
Yeah, he kept calling him babe. And they said, "Where's my short king?"
The short king got me.
Yeah, that was good.
It was so funny.
So they don't know where it is anyway. Um, while all this stuff was happening with Oliver and Mabel, like talking to the help and doing all this stuff, Charles went to talk to Sophia. Well, he volunteered himself
Of course.
because he said, I'll go talk to her," and they were like,
He said, I'm gonna see if this testosterone works.
yeah. So
Nasty.
they meet in this
Nasty.
they
Just
meet in this restaurant. This like
Stop slut shaming me.
ah, that was perfect.
yeah. They meet in this hibachi restaurant, and that whole scene was hilarious.
With her kids in the
With the
background.
kids.
Sophia showed up, and they go sit down, and they turn around, and you hear them. They turn around, and all her boys, who are grown men, are sitting at a table like kids, and she treats them like she's like, "Oh, it's this guy's
One of
birthday,
the birthday,
his 36th
36.
birthday," and he's like, like I was like, "Oh my God." Then they go and they were asking about, do they have buttered noodles here? Like asking for little kid stuff.
Is this chicken spicy?
Is
Gonna
the
be
chicken spicy? Oh my God. That was so funny. They want to go play Fortnite. And I was dying. Anyway, so Sophia and Charles were talking, flirting and talking.
Flirting.
Charles was trying to
Heavy
get some
flirty. Heavy.
Yeah, Charles was trying to get some information from Sophia about Nikki, and he said, you gave me the key. And said the deck of cards you gave me, one of the cards opened this parlor in our building, or whatever. And apparently Sophia didn't know anything about it, and she
Which I
basically
don't
said,
know if I don't know if
"Yeah,
I
I
believe it.
don't, I'm not sure I believe that,
Yeah.
completely believe that, but." She basically made it seem like her family was part of that life, but when she met Nikki, he wasn't.
Right.
And he kind of, I guess, adopted it and he tried to act that way and stuff, but she didn't want to be like she didn't want to be in part of that life. So apparently she didn't know anything about that. She didn't know what he was doing, like when he wasn't home or when he was out doing whatever he was doing. Um, and then in between all of them talking, the hibachi chef was throwing the food at them, and they were trying to, and they could catching it, and it
Their
was
mouths. I never thought hibachi could be sexualized.
Charles was like, what he said that I say, uh, like that's not the only thing I can do in mouth or something like that.
Yeah, he said some
I was
nasty
like,
stuff.
They were both nasty.
And she
She
was
was like,
doing
"Can I
it
get a
She
mushroom
was
too.
with
doing it
extra
too.
yum yum sauce?" I can't.
They were, and so at a certain point, while they were sitting there, the mayor who we saw in the first, I think it was the was the first episode.
Yeah.
The mayor, Mayor Tillman, walked into the restaurant and saw Charles, and he was talking to Charles again about possibly getting on the podcast and things like that. He's still playing up that like he's like he's trying to be in the spotlight,
Yeah.
kind of.
I was like, oh, the mayor's back.
Yes. So I did the same thing. I knew at some point that he would be, because why would you have him in one episode in one little scene and not bring him back? I'm sure he was gonna come back, but it was a kind of a quick scene. So
Yeah.
Corrupt. That's all
It
I
was,
can tell you.
yeah.
I know it.
yeah, oh yeah.
Something,
I know.
something. Yeah, definitely a
So
quick scene.
so I don't know. I don't know what that was about. He
I
could have
mean, I
been.
guess he just came, I assume he just came because he was going to have
Yeah,
dinner or something,
right.
right? And he happened to see Charles there. But
Yeah.
This is a
yeah, that
really popular hibachi place in New York,
it was
apparently.
packed.
It was
And
It was packed.
it seemed like a very like upscale kind of
Oh
fancy
yeah.
place. So it's
Oh yeah.
possible that he was going there to meet someone,
That's true.
that he could have been sat in the back with for like a private meeting or
That's
something.
true.
With who? Who knows? It
We
could be
don't know.
one of the billionaires.
To be one of the billionaires. Mm.
Talking, talking about his campaign.
I was actually thinking it could be one of the maybe one of the two cops that were at the dry cleaner.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good.
You know?
I didn't even put two and two together when he was
no.
there. I was just like, okay, he's
I,
here.
I just I just think it can't just be that he showed up there to
No,
eat.
I know.
He was there for
There's
something.
something up. There's
He had
something
to
up
be
with
there for
that.
something, to meet someone or to pick something up or to something. I don't know what it was, but I just have a feeling that that's what happened. I think we're gonna see that at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
That.
And we did,
Okay.
and real quick, we saw in this scene, we saw a friend of ours in
I
this
gotta
scene.
rewatch it because I didn't notice.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice either.
Alexander Rivero. He's an actor in New York, and he was one of the security guards for the mayor. We saw him in the background of that scene. So
That's
that was
so
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yes,
I thought that was so cool.
I gotta rewatch it to see
yeah,
him.
totally.
That was great. We gotta get a screenshot of it so you could put it in our promo for the episode.
Oh yeah, I'll see if I can. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Charles and Sophia leave the restaurant to do something we think that they're gonna do.
In the van.
Yeah. But we find out later that he was just kissing, and but even that, like when he was telling Mabel about it,
It was so gross. And he kept making, I'll
But it's
just
the way he
say,
says it. It's the way he.
I have to say, I say really ridiculous jokes like that. He just kept making such like obvious bad jokes.
yeah,
And Mabel was just like, don't say it.
he,
Don't say
she
it.
was grossed out. She was definitely grossed out. Um, we should say that also we found out we found another name. Oliver and Mabel um came uh came up with the name Tommy the Tongue.
Yeah.
Somebody that's possibly connected with Nikki and this gambling thing, and well, in capacity, we don't even know who it is. They don't know who it is, but they're trying to figure out if anybody else knows who detective at some point towards the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. Oh, but she does.
She figured
So
it out. Yeah. That
yeah.
it's
So
like a company, an organization or something.
yeah. Well,
Um,
I don't know. I don't want to. I'm trying. from the restaurant to not the restaurant, from when Charles comes back from being with Sophia to when they go to Staten Island. Or when they're going to not Staten Island, when they're going to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They're going to Flatbush.
Flatbush. Yeah.
Am I missing anything from there? I don't think
No,
so.
No,
no.
they go to Flatbush to try to follow the phone because Charlie lo
Right.
left
So
his phone.
Yeah, so we found out that Charles lost his phone, and of course we think that it's with Sophia.
In the car, yeah.
And Mabel freaks out because she's like, did
You might have
um
pictures of Nikki, of
you have
Nikki's
pictures
dead
of the
body.
autopsy of Nikki? He's like, oh, I might have one or two dozen. It's like, oh, did you she doesn't know your passcode, does she? It's like, oh, I might have said it. It's like, what? Like, I think he
He's
said one of
smart.
the I think he said one of the autopsy pictures was his screensaver on his phone.
I
I think he
can't.
said that. Anyway, so they're like, okay,
Why
so
would you do that? I don't get.
Charles
This is supposed
is
to be top secret.
he's anyway. Um, so Mabel has Charles and Oliver's phone on her tracking on her, Find My iPhone. So she said, I'm gonna track it and see where it is. So she sees it and it's in Staten Island. And she said, oh, it's at Sophia's house. So she has it. So it's like, let's go. We gotta go and get this phone. So they're driving to go over there, but they're following the phone and it leads them into Brooklyn. They're going to Flatbush.
Yeah.
They don't know where they're going. They're just following. She said, oh, we're like, we're a few blocks away. So they're driving. While they're driving, the detective calls them in the car and tells them, um, they asked her about Tommy the Tongue
Mm-hmm.
and said Tommy the Tongue is not a person. It's like a business
A
or a company.
business. Yeah, it's a business.
Um, but they're like, they make a lot of money or they're involved with like a lot of like wealthy people and
But they suddenly shut
yeah,
down, right?
and I wouldn't like, I would stay away from them and so she goes, they said, well, would they find the address of where they're going, where the phone is, and they said this place wouldn't happen to be like 27 something whatever. It's like, yes, it's like, oh, that's where the phone is, we got, and they're going over there. So they park outside, they see Sophia's car, and they see her coming out going to this house. And who in the house? Lorraine, Lester's wife.
I was like, oh, now we get into the middle of the season
Yes.
and they're gonna start adding up stuff.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep piling it on. I was
Yeah.
like,
And we
oh my
still
God.
don't, at least I don't, have a good clue of what's really going on or who this could be, because I feel that I mean, it's like every season, I guess. They throw a lot of things at you
I
Branches. Yep.
know.
at once, and it's like
Yep.
any one of them could be it.
I know. We did mention Lorraine, I think, early on
Yeah,
as a
Did.
possible,
potential.
a
You know what I
possible
mean?
suspect, right?
So
So we don't know what's going
we
on.
don't know.
Listen,
It could
this
be
could
something totally different.
this could be a
It could be something totally different. I also want to say, like, I noticed that, Sophia had like a lot of nice things to say about her husband. So his
yeah,
death might really be a surprise to her, like, so I'm
Right.
not sure. I think the two wives at the end is just trying to throw us off.
well,
I
what I'm
really do.
thinking, I was thinking either two things about this. Either they have connected because they're both widows,
Yeah.
and they're kind of, maybe Lorraine is hosting a widows group, like for grief counseling or something
That's
in her
true.
house, right?
That's
That's very
true.
possible. Or like we kind of suspect
She was
Sophia,
wearing black.
yeah, Sophia,
So
like we were saying, Sophia was probably lying about not knowing what Nikki was doing in the
Yeah, I think
building.
she was.
Whatever. Lorraine probably knew too what Lester was doing because all the extra money he used to bring
Yeah.
in. And maybe they are coming together to try and get whatever money is stashed somewhere from the gambling, or they're involved or they've always been involved behind the scenes, and they're
Right.
trying to, like, tie up loose ends so they don't lose anything that they have.
Yeah,
Those
Yeah.
are my two theories on that particular
right.
topic with the two ladies.
Yeah. I
But
don't know.
going,
I
but
definitely know. I definitely feel like they know what was going on.
yeah,
They definitely know.
I
They
have
know they know even if it's to the littlest degree, they know something.
yeah,
They weren't completely in the dark
right, right.
about it.
Not sure how
Definitely know
much they knew,
something.
but yeah,
Yeah, it couldn't. It's possible they didn't know, exactly all the little ins and outs of things, but they knew something,
yeah,
you
I
know.
agree.
And it could be that they just knew towards the end. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
found out things towards the end when maybe things started to get a little shaky, and the husbands confided in them and talked to them, and they found out about what has been going on, stuff like that.
right.
But yeah, there's
Maybe Lester,
something
maybe
off here.
also a possible theory is Lester obviously knew everything that was going on, and he uh wrangled in the rest of the help to, like, help him with things,
Yeah,
and maybe he offered them something,
like a
but now
cut
that he's
of some.
dead,
Right.
they're maybe joining together, and they might come at, I don't know. I'm
That's a good point
throwing
because
out a
I
bunch of
don't know if
things,
you
but
noticed, but did you notice how Ursula was like ready to spill once she got some cash from Oliver? So like
yeah, yeah,
that's a really good guess because I feel like they could be money hungry, you know?
yeah. Money hungry, or just they don't think they've been treated fairly, and
Right,
they're looking at this as their come up, and they're
right,
like, we deserve it because look at all the
Yeah.
things we put up with
right.
all these people who don't treat us the right way and don't take care of us the way they should. So who knows?
Hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Unionize, guys.
Yeah.
Unionize.
And I mean, they're in New York City, so you hope they're in a union.
Well,
They better be.
Randall is for sure because he mentioned it. That's
Oh
why he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
in the building.
Oh yeah, that's why
that's
they
true.
can't get rid
They
of him.
can't get rid of him.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
So yeah.
and one really
Randall,
quick,
good for you.
really quick thing. Um, Robot Lester got thrown out a window or something,
Oh
Oh
yes.
yeah.
So
or
when
fell
yes,
out a window. I don't know.
when
Oh,
Lester
he got
disappeared
pushed.
when Lester
Yeah, we don't know.
disappeared from the meeting, and when Charles and Mabel were in the apartment talking, something fell down by the window,
That
and
was
Mabel
really
said
funny,
that
by
was
the
Lester
way.
doing it.
Because
And
did you
somebody,
hear it?
and it was
He goes,
Miller.
"Oh no!" while he was
It was
like falling.
it was Miller, the garbage guy. He threw,
Yeah,
because he's the
Miller
one that
threw him
walked up to him in the
over.
lobby.
Yeah,
He took him and he threw him out the window.
yeah. He admitted it when he left them with the portrait of garbage.
Another thing is that they were alluding, well, Howard was alluding, or not alluding, he was saying Lester knows a lot of things about people in the building.
Yeah,
And
somebody was trying to silence him.
he was saying stuff about the tenants, but he also know about the help.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's possible that they got rid of him because he knows secrets about them
Agree.
too.
Agree.
So
Yep.
we don't know. There's a lot of things going on, and there's still a bunch of stuff coming out. So we'll see next week what happens. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us again for this recap of season 5, episode 5 of Only Murders in the Building. We'll be back next week recapping the next episode. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch all our videos here. Horror Flick Chicks on YouTube. And also follow us on our social medias. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok, Horror Flick Chicks. Make sure you you follow us and like all our videos. And we hope to see you guys here next week. And as always, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Peace, love, and horror.
Peace.
Bye.
That's the end.